Okay, we're on Erchin, Erk Zayin, Mishnah Aleph. First Mishnah in the 7th chapter of Masechet Erchin. We're now going to discuss a halachic term called Sdei Achuzah, which we introduced it, we're going to reintroduce it, that we learned it in the Parak Gimel. In the 3rd chapter, there was a machloket about it, but we're going to learn it more in depth today. Okay, to understand it a little bit more in depth, we alluded to that, we were going to learn it. It comes from Vayikra Chav Zayin, Zayin Chav Tal. Sdei Achuzah means your inherited field, Tadeshi Yarash, the field that you got from your family plot from the time of Yoshua, from the time of Joshua, where they gave out the land of Israel. When the Torah says there are specific laws, this is Vayikra Chav Zayin, Torah gives very specific laws regarding the sale or the hegdesh, specifically the hegdesh of this field. Okay? We're talking about Imam Makdish. He says, Im misdei achuzato, yaktish ish lashem. If a man shall sanctify his field to God from sdei achuzato, from the part of his possession, achuzah, but it means his inherited possession. Then, vaya erkecha lefi zaro. You see that word erke, that's why it's in erchin. It should be according to its plowing ability, its field ability. Zera chomer seorim v'chamishim shekel kesef. Okay, the sowing of a chomer of barley should be valued at 50 shekels of silver. Okay, what is that? What is zera chomer seorim? So Chazal learn out that's what's called where are we? A beit kur. Okay, the amount that it would take, the amount of field you need to plant a kur, which is a certain huge measurement of grain. Okay, which Chazal pointed out is 70,000 square amot, which is a little less than 274 by 274 amot. So that's a field. 275 amot approximately by 274 amot, whatever. That's considered a beit kur. And so for each beit kur, the Torah says 50 shekel kesef, 50 shekel. Okay, so 50 sela lebeit kur for 49 years. That's Yovel. Imishnata Yovel yakish sadeu kerkachayakum. From the time of the Yovel. So, from the Yovel time, so if he's makdishit on the beginning of the Yovel, that's 49 years. Okay? And for 49 years, you take your field, you divide it up into different plots. So let's assume it's a field of exactly a beit kur. So he has to, so the value of it is 50 shekel kesef. Okay? V'im mishnah Yovel yagish sadeu kerkachayakum. That's from the time of the Yovel. But ibachar Yovel yagish sadeu, after the Yovel, then the Kohen should calculate based on the numbers of years that are less. Through the Shana Bil, then he will he will deduct. So therefore, it's like this. It's a little bit complicated, so you have to kind of stay with me. This is what we said. 50 selah for Beit Kur for 49 years, which means if you divide 50 selah into 49 years, so then every year is 1 selah plus 1/49th of the selah. 1/49th of a selah, a selah is 48 pundion. So it would mean a selah plus a little less than a pundion. But Chazal said that if you wanted to go into a money changer and you said, hey, I want to buy a selah, you had to give him 49 pundion. Why? Because, if you ever go to the money changer, they take a fee. So the fee for a selah was 49 pundion. So therefore, in the end, it ends up that the value of a year was 1 selah plus 1 pundion. So we'll see. I'm not going to see this explicit in the Bar Tundura, but basically he says, I'm just telling you what he says over here. Okay, how much? It's 1 selah per year. Therefore, he says, "Amaktish shtei shanim lifnei yovel." If you give a hegdish of your field, if you sanctify your field 2 years before, then you redeem each beit kur with 2 selah and 2 pidyonim, because it says al pi shanim anotarot. That's what we learned in the pasuk. Let's see in the pasuk again. Based on al pi shanim anotarot. Let's see. Here we are. Al pi shanim anotarot. That's what it says. And that's how you figure out. Okay. That's how you calculate this redemption, the buying back of this nechus. Every year, sela pundion. Okay. So therefore, 1 second. And he explains exactly how you got to that amount. 20 years. 20 years left. 20 years and 20 pundion. But says the Torah. It says the Mishnah. The Mishnah assumes you already know this. The minimum of hegdish before Yovel Okay, we don't do it less than 2 years. Why? Because it says al pi shanim hanotarot, based on the years that are left. That we said ve'en shanim pachot mishtayim. Okay, and there's no years. The word years is not less than 2. Now the Gemara says that doesn't mean you can't do it. Ein makdishim. That's not what the Gemara says. It's not that you can't do it. But remember, we talked about that, figuring out years. You would think that if you're less than 2 years out, okay, if you're less than 2 years out, so you only pay 1 sela and 1 pundion for Beit Kur. But that's not what it means. Instead, it doesn't mean that you can't do it, but what it means is hamakdish. This is what it means. Hamakdish sadeh achuzah pachot mishtei shanim b'fnei hayovel. If you do, maybe you can do it, but if you do it, ein kan gerua. There's no deductions. There's no calculations. You pay 50 full. You pay the full amount. Remember, let's go back to the pasuk because that's what it says. Based on the years. So you have to have years left. Then v'nigra. Then you deduct. Then you have an abatement. But there's no abatement if there's no shanim. If there's only 1 year left, there's 1 plus. If there's less than 2 years. Okay. Therefore, when the Mishnah says Ein makdishim, when the Mishnah says you don't do it, not saying you can't do it, it's saying don't do it. Let's look at the Bartunu. It says Eitzat tova kamashman. It's just giving you good advice. She'adam chas al nechasav, that a person should worry about his property. V'lo yaktish b'chol mishtei shanim. Don't do it less than when you have less than 2 years to go before you veil. Shelo yafsida arba'im u'shmona slim, because you're going to lose. You're going to have to pay the full 50. That's what it means. Ein makdishim. Don't do it. Don't make your hekdesh before you veil less than 2 years. Okay, v'lo go'alim la'achar yovel pachot mishana. Moreover, okay, you can't redeem after the yovel. You want to pay full, but you lo go'alim pachot mishana, less than a year. Again, this doesn't mean that you cannot redeem. Rather, it's giving you a rule after yovel or any time during the yovel. Lo go'alim, you can't do it pachot mishana in increments of less than a year. Look at the Martinur for a second what he's saying. Okay, it's not saying you can't do it. Okay. Even 20, 30 years later, if you want to redeem after Yovel, and you want to give a sela and a pundion, as we said, for each year, right? The year started in Shrei. Now you're in Nisan. So you say, okay, it's 20 and a half year. You said, you don't say, oh, I'll deduct for half of the year. You have to pay full. Only increments of a year. Behind it, there's no redemption less than a year. There's no half years. That's what it means. After the Yovel, even before the Yovel, during the Yovel, there's no such thing as less than a year. Okay? Therefore, okay? So therefore, you don't count that. That's what the meaning of. You're not mechashev shana months for hegdesh. Okay? Meaning that's just what we said. You don't calculate months against hegdesh, rather only years. Aval hegdesh mechashev chadashim. But hegdesh does count does count months. We'll see what does that mean that hegdesh does count months? Look at the Bartinu again. Meaning, klomar im revach shel hegdeshu. If when you want to count months, hegdesh benefits, then hegdesh does get months, which means okay. Shana. Okay, we're talking about. Let's say. Okay, kagon. Remember we said you only count by years. So let's say you're in the 48th year. There are 49 years in the Yovel. You're in the middle of the 48th year. So you'll say, okay, remember we said that once you're less than 2 years to go, you pay the full 50. So now you'll say, wait a second, but we don't do half years. So I'm in the 48th year. So therefore, 48 counts for the whole year. 48, 49, I only pay 2. I have to pay 2 sela, 2 pundion. No. A hegdesh mechashev chadashim. The hegdesh does count months. Now you're only 6 months. For hegdesh, the months count. You're now less than 2 years away. Sorry, you got to pay the full 50. It says the Mishnah, maktish et sadehu. B'shat yovel, if you sanctify your field. During Yovel, this is what we said before. Noten b'zera chomer seorim 50 shekel kesef. That's what you have to give. Zera chomer seorim, a beit kur of seorim. Remember that's from the pasuk. Zera chomer seorim 50 shekel kesef. I don't really know why the Mishnah says. I mean, to be honest with you, why? I'm not really sure. This should have been here at the very beginning because that's exactly what we said. That's the rule. Hayusham. So how much of the field counts for the beit kur? Hayusham nikaim amukim asarat tvachim. If there were like gullies or ditches that were 10 tefachim deep. 10 tefachim is serious, like, an amma deep. No, amma? I don't know. 3 amma? I don't know. However many amma deep, very more than amma. 2 amma? Or sla'im gvoim asarat tefachim, or sla'im rocks that were 10 tefachim high. Then ain't didim, but you can't plant with them. Then they don't count. But meaning if you have like high ridges or you have deep gullies, they don't count. But if it's less than asarat tefachim, deep or high, then yes, then didim ima. Hikdisha shtayim o shalosh shanim nifnei yovel notein sela pundiun l'shana. As we said, if you sanctified it 2 years more, 2 plus or 3 years, etc., you give a sela o pundiun l'shana. Again, I mean, I don't know why you don't see. It should say like if I don't know why it's organized in this way. It should have said the Mishnah. I would have said, Hamaktisha said, hey, that's number 1. I would have said phrase number 1. Then I would have had phrase number 2. And then you go on, then you give the other rules. Im amar hareini notein davar shana b'shana. So you'll say, okay, I have 27 years to go. So I now owe 27 punyo, a lot of money. So I'm going to pay in a yearly installments, shana b'shana. And shomin lo. No way. Elo notein hakol kulo ke'echad. You have to pay the entire sum at once. Dichtiv, as it says, v'chishev lo hakohen et hakesef. The Kohen calculates the money. Ad kulo kesef kechad, you have to pay the whole thing, which means you don't make down payments to Hegdesh, but you borrow from a friend and pay. Now Kati says one more thing. Kati says you can actually, doesn't have to be the whole field. It's each Beit Kur. You can do part of the field at one time. Stop here, dedicate our learning. Long Mishnah, the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben, here we are, Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.